to Shoe Time in the Morning
with Mitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, parents, everyone, welcome to Shoe Time in the Morning with Mitch. We are here for you new folks. We are your male PE teachers. My name is Mr. Thomas Shoemaker. To my left I have
Mr. Bradward Hidway.
And to my right,
Mr. Sean Mitchell.
And we are here to give you a brief rundown about our classes for this year. Now, I am a 7th grade teacher, Mr. Monthenry is an 8th grade teacher, and Mr. Mitchell is a fellow 7th grade teacher. And we team teach quite a lot. The three of us actually team taught throughout the entire online learning, and hence Shoe Time in the Morning with Mitch was born. We are here to give you all the information you may need about us and for your child for this entire year. You can always contact us via email is the best way. Via email, the numbers are listed and mine is on the green sheet as well as my fellow compatriots here. The class expectations for my class are very similar to my colleagues, but we're going to go over them just so you're aware. In my class, you are expected to come dressed in your PE clothes, which everybody should have by now. If not, you may contact us and we can get you in line with how to purchase PE clothes. But quite simply, the easiest way is for your child to bring $5 for a used uniform that has been thoroughly cleaned, not just last year, but the year before too, because we have them from 2 years ago. And we have shirts and shorts of all sizes. $5, $3 for a shirt, $2 for shorts. So that's the simplest way. You can also head to California Sports Design to purchase a brand new uniform if you prefer to do that. Once your student is out, we highly recommend a water bottle for your student to hydrate. And the water bottle can be filled at one of our 3 filling stations that we have brand new here at Red Heart. The student should be come out with proper footwear attire, not like mine because we're here filming, but tennis shoes like my colleagues here for running, all right? We will be doing running, exercising, a variety of sports. So I would personally recommend that if your child is a person that doesn't usually wear tennis shoes or wears fancy clothes, particularly some of the young ladies like to wear boots or high heels, but even some of the young men like to wear penny loafers or something like that, I would keep a spare set of sneakers in my locker just in case, so that student can always have a set of shoes to run in. Additionally, if a child likes to wear new Jordans or whatever the fashion lazy or new trends are, that will take care of them getting dirty like that as well too. We do recommend that your students are getting older now. Are they going through growth changes? We recommend hygiene, so we support everyone to have deodorant in their locker if necessary, and trust me, it's necessary, please. But we do have a request, we do not use spray deodorant because there's been incidences in the past of people having fun thinking things spray. So just a regular roll-on deodorant that they can keep in their locker at all times. Showers are optional. If your student chooses to shower, then he can bring a towel and keep a towel in his locker as well, or her locker. We will also have a block schedule day, which will be a longer day. So the kids will come out. We'll have time for water, we'll have time for break, and time to discuss in there. But the biggest thing you need to remember is that proper attire, proper attitude, proper hydration, and proper hygiene are the key to being successful in PE. Anything you gentlemen would like to add?
I just think that your child should get ready to have some fun, because many things that we do seriously when trying to teach them the ins and outs of how to play a sport, but we're always trying to have fun in these classes. So your kid, whoever that is, when they come to one of our 3 classes, they should be prepared to not only learn a sport, but have a good time doing it.
Yes. I'm teaching 7th and 8th grade. 7th grade?
7th grade.
7th grade.
7 and 6.
Mr. Mitchell, real quick, give us a couple of your sports you're doing in your curriculum, Mr. Shoemake, then I'll share a couple.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Mr. Shoemake and I right now are teaching team handball.
Oh yeah.
And the kids are already having a great time learning how to play a brand new sport. It is almost a brand new sport. It's only been introduced in the United States. How long, Mr. Shoemake, do you think it's been
Well,
introduced?
it's been around for about 20 years, but a big push within the last 10.
Yeah, the last 10 or so. Okay. And then traditional sports like basketball and volleyball we do. I actually teach lacrosse, which many students have never done before. So there's a plethora of things that we teach here at Brad Hart.
I'll be teaching basketball, volleyball, some flag football. We'll do some tumbling, and we might mix some dancing in there. So
I'll tumble
look forward
for
to
you.
that.
I'll tumble. All right, I'll be doing a variety of sports too. Like you said, we're doing team handball. We'll be doing a little ultimate frisbee, some lacrosse worked in. We'll get 7th graders, all 7th graders and 8th graders. We'll get a foray into the weight room. We'll learn about some nutrition and some anatomy of how we can keep ourselves fit. And we'll be introducing some new sports as well that they have not been privy to, such as rugby, etc. Additionally, I'll be swimming for my Olympic unit at the end. It'll only be about a week or two of swimming, but we will do a swim test at the beginning of the year, so maybe about October, November, just to see how swimming goes. If your student is uncomfortable, we can discuss that personally via email or via phone. Now we go to our next category, which is the Canvas page. The Canvas page is strictly there for students who must be sick at home or if they need information from there. And our Canvas pages are all going to be essentially identical, except for the names will be there, and may have a different picture because my face isn't as pretty as these two over here. Saying that to say, it's true. Saying that to say, all information will be on the home page of Canvas. All of our work, the majority of our work for PE is performance-based. So in class will be the majority of the work to be performance-based. There are very few homework assignments, very few written projects. So if your student happens to be absent for the day, the work that they can do can be found on the home page of the Canvas page, and there will be various workouts if they're healthy enough or not ill enough to do that. If they're going to be gone there, they can work out. That will be where you find that. If they're too sick to work out, well, obviously their health is paramount, so let them rest and relax. That's another part of that.
We use the same homepage as we used all of last year when all the students were home, when you had the kids and they were home because of COVID-19. That's the same exact homepage we're going to use this year if your child needs to find an assignment.
Right. Now, we'll each talk a little bit about our curriculum, but we all do it almost essentially the same. You're being graded on physical engagement, which is essentially the development of skills as your child goes, the movement that they do, and the development and devotion that they put into the daily workout, the daily drills, and the daily games when we get to that point. Now, we all have one written assessment at the end of each unit and one physical skills assessment at the end of each unit, and that will, one, assess their knowledge or their academic knowledge of the unit activity that we are doing. Very simple and basic, just to make sure they're understanding a umbrella of what we are learning. We don't expect anyone to be a professional athlete in 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. And the skills test is essentially the same thing. Have they been taking serious what we have been doing in the skills drills? For instance, if we were to do soccer, you can dribble with your instep or your laces. So if someone were to come to the skills test for soccer and they're dribbling with their heel backwards and kicking the ball over, well, unfortunately, clearly they're not paying attention. So we just want to make sure you're getting a general overview of what we have been teaching, and I'll let Mr. Moore-Hemwick and Mr. Mitchell give a little synopsis of their specific assessments.
Same deal, volleyball. Can your child bump? Can your child set? Can your child serve? Okay? 3 skills that are necessary to be able to play the game of volleyball. You pick a sport. I can pick maybe 3 skills that your child will need to learn to semi-master. They don't have to master it, but they should be adequate at these 3 skills. Basketball, can they dribble? Can they pass? Can they shoot? All skills. Lacrosse, can they throw, can they catch, can they shoot? All sports have at least 3 skills that each child should learn to, again, not necessarily be great at, but to be adequate at. And so the skill testing will just test the level of where that child is in regards to that skill. And it's something that a teacher like myself would like to know. Did I not teach that skill well enough? Why are all my students only getting a 7 on this skill? I would rather see every single student get a 10, of course, than I know that I taught a skill very well to my class.
So a big thing too, we all use this principle is the student making small incremental steps of improvement? You know, some of your students may show up to my class, Mr. Schmick's class, and Mr. Mitchell's class, terrible at basketball, for example. Our job is to get them from terrible to really bad to well below average, from well below average to below average. There's growth there. So very few people go from terrible to great, but if we can see small incremental steps of improvement, that makes us happy. And I think you guys would agree, the students have more fun when they are being acknowledged for their growth, no matter where they start from.
Absolutely.
And we all get makeups. Okay? So whenever a child does really bad on a test, we are not satisfied. I know they're not satisfied, but we're not either. So we have to teach that skill over a little bit more, maybe find out exactly what they're doing wrong, and then we'll test them again. And hopefully their grade will go way higher.
Absolutely. We all want to see your students successful. If your student is trying the best that they can, I don't think there's very much leeway for them to not succeed in our class. We'd rather see someone succeed by trying, and even multiple failures, than someone who does not try. So we just want to push a little success that way. All right, for student support, we are going to be pretty simple. The easiest way is to either call or to email us about any support needed. Quite simple. We'll leave it at that.
And we're always here. If your child is having any problems on campus, especially in regards to like bullying, we're always here. And we are so anti-bullying. So we've already had beautiful talks with all of our classes about if they ever want bullying to stop, come to us and we'll take care of it. And there are counselors on campus. There are plenty of support systems for your child here at Brook Harbor.
All right, and all work can be found on the Canvas page. So, if you have any questions, feel free to email either one of us, or you can call over to the PE department. The email is most likely the best way, and you'll get a response from either one of us. And what's the purpose of Bret Hart?
8 times squared. Honesty, respect, responsibility.
Whatever, try to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. And keep on pushing. Push out 3. 1, 2, 3. Push!